Hi everyone, I'm here to do a tag today. I was tagged by the lovely Jan, whose channel is Catalina031, and she kindly gave me my first ever tag. So thank you very much, Jan, for that. So I'm just going to dive right in. Excuse me, got a ditch. The first question is, are you named after anyone? Not that I know of. When was the last time you cried? That was about last night actually. I'm not like full on crying, but I was very moved by Cheryl Cole's interview with Piers Morgan last night. She was explaining how she just, she broke down and she couldn't understand how her husband, who she had considered to be her best friend, could have betrayed her. Not once, but, again, maybe even several times after she'd even taken him back. So when she broke down, I really felt for her. So yeah, last night. Do you have kids? Yes, I do. I have two gorgeous little boys. Ben, who's 5, soon to be 6, and is very much looking forward to his party soon. And Sam, who's 2. And I'll just put a picture in here for you. Right, if you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? I think so. Excuse me. I'm quite a chatty kind of person. I'll talk to anyone, anywhere, in a queue, on a train, strike up conversations, and I try to make people laugh, so hopefully I would. I think so. Do you use sarcasm a lot? I wouldn't say it a lot, but definitely I do, because I've got a dry sense of humour, and yeah, it does come out in my sense of humour, not in a mean way. I try to make people laugh, really, so so I crack jokes sometimes in a dry, sort of cynical way. Next one, will you ever bungee jump? Well, Catalina031, Jan, who tagged me, I loved her answer when she said bungee jumping is something like the same to her as jumping out of a perfectly good aeroplane. It's just not going to happen. And I love that answer, but I have a completely different viewpoint. I'll explain why, because I've paid good money to jump out of perfectly good aeroplanes. And I have done it not once but twice, and I loved it. I mean, loved it. Once in Australia, did a tandem skydive over Cairns in Australia, and a few years later I did it again in New Zealand, over Lake Taupo, I believe, another tandem skydive, and I absolutely loved it. And here is some photographic evidence to prove it. And in answer to the question, no, I wouldn't bungee jump, because as much as I love jumping out of aeroplanes, bungee jumping to me, I've seen it from a distance, and first of all, you have to jump. You don't have anyone next to you, sort of like as your safety blanket, as it were, so you have to then jump off this bridge on your own, which I could probably do, but well, back when I was doing my aeroplane jumping days, but that it doesn't end there. You then, once you get to the, as far as you can go, you then have to bounce up and down until the bouncing stops, and once you've stopped boinging up and down, then you get, wenched back up. So and all that time you're upside down with your blood rushing to your head. It just doesn't appeal to me, that. It might seem strange how I could jump out of a plane and not be inclined to bungee jump, but that's bungee jumping is where I draw the line. And I have been a bit of an adrenaline junkie when I've been travelling, whitewater rafting, doing diving courses, trekking, all sorts of things, but riding horses, camels, elephants, everything, but I'm not going to bungee jump, no thank you. What's your favourite cereal? That's easy for me. My favourite cereal is Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. I am a Crunchy Nut nutter. I'm proud of it. By the way, just getting off subject, my hair is currently drying as we speak, so if anyone is interested, this is my hair in its natural form. I know some people have asked to see it. What's the first thing you notice about people? What's the first thing? I'm trying to think if it's their smile or their eyes. I think it's their eyes actually, because I find myself quite often admiring someone's eyes and, you know, paying them a compliment. So yeah, I think it's eyes. What is your eye colour? My eye colour is brown. It's got a warm brown, I would say. Scary movie or happy endings? Has to be happy endings. I've watched a few films that haven't ended happily when you think they are, and one with Jennifer Aniston, I've forgotten what it was called. It was about the breakup. Maybe it's called The Breakup. And another one with, what was it, George Clooney? Oh, it's a really well-known film. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I don't care for unhappy endings, but it's realistic, isn't it? So these things happen, but when I go to the movies, I want a feel-good movie, feel-good experience. So that's just my soppy nature. Favourite smells? Easy, my children. I love smelling my children. They're gorgeous, lovely. Doesn't get better than that. Summer or winter? Definitely summer. It doesn't get overly hot here in London. Sometimes, you know, you might have the occasional day, but I much prefer it to the winter, which is pretty chilly right now. Computer or television? Definitely computer, because you can watch TV programs on the computer, and it's my connection to the outside world and the World Wide Web. I can keep in touch with friends all over the world, and I absolutely love and adore it, and especially with Skype as well. You can have conversations all over the world with friends, so yeah, it's brilliant, computer. What's the furthest you've ever been from home? I guess that would be New Zealand. I did some travelling about 9 years ago, and actually I've been to Australia twice on separate trips, so yeah, but my last major trip around the world when I went backpacking on my own was where did I go to? India, Nepal, Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, America. So yeah, New Zealand's as far as I can get, and I loved it. Beautiful, beautiful country. Do you have special talents? Not that I know of, unless you class chatting as one of them. Like I've said before, I've got what's called the gift of the gab over here in the UK. I end up, you know, finding it very easy to talk with people and listen. I'm trying to be a good listener. I'm working on that more and more each time. I don't know what else really. Yeah. Moving on. Where were you born? London. What are your hobbies? Well, before I had my children, I did a lot of reading. I did salsa classes and travelling, all sorts. But when I read, I'm very completely absorbed, and I don't like being distracted. I find it very you know, frustrating, and I can't be like that when I have my children. Mind you, I think last year I did read all the Twilight saga back to back, and it's not good because I can't put a book down, and I find it very difficult because obviously with children I have to. So yeah, I stayed up a lot during the night reading because that's the only sort of free time I had until I finished those books. I was absolutely exhausted by the time I finished them, but it was worth it. I love Twilight, books and movies. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. I'm allergic to cats. The last time I was around a dog, I started to feel a bit, breathe a bit funny too, so I'm not sure about that. So, yep, I stay well away from pets. Favourite movie? Oh, I don't know. I love movies. I should have said that's one of my hobbies. I love going to the movies. I like Amelie. I think it's got to be the, I'm going to cheat here, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Godfather Part 1, brilliant. I don't know. I have so many, it's really hard to pick just one movie. Do you have any siblings? I have quite a few siblings, yes. I was raised with 4 sisters and 1 brother, so a very full household. Yeah, that was fun and crazy. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, I pretty am grown up. I'm 38, if you haven't already seen in one of my previous videos. But I'm very much considering doing one of those private makeup courses, maybe in a year or 2, and changing my career and becoming, getting more into makeup and makeup artistry. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Oh, I've just seen that this is going on a bit long, 11 minutes and plus, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.